Hi, Greg Weldon coming at you with the Global Macro Strategy Report for Thursday, August 13th. Today, the long-awaited El Nino piece. The heat has never been more intense. We could go back to when the planet itself was just a molten ball of burning lava spinning around really fast. But this, we're going to go with this because El Nino, and it being, now 93% probability that's the worst in recorded history, according to NOAA, ties right in with my 25,800 year orbital cycle of the solar system through the Milky Way. It's just that simple. All of this plays, and when you see all of this, how it is manifesting here, it does become even bigger picture. And I'm not saying at all, okay, understand, I'm not being an alarmist or a doom and gloomer, but in the worst case scenario type of El Nino, you get radiation below the surface in the ocean that, if it were to affect coral reefs, could technically damage the entire food chain of the planet. This is the kind of stuff that we're talking about. Now, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen here, now, in the next year, 2 years. But I'm just saying this is the level to which this thing has reached here on this planet, not because of all the global warming people. Just some of the real, I want to talk about the woman from one of the Nordic countries that was, like the person of the year way back when, because people are driving SUVs. No, this is solar warming, global warming. They don't even call it global warming anymore. NASA long ago defined this as solar warming. The ice shelves on Pluto are melting. I've been saying this for years. You know that. All right, there's a longer period of time. It took period to get the entire solar system into the next phase, into the final of the precession of the equinoxes, to where we reach now the recycle. And the big recycle, where in the past has kind of meant the extinction of species. And you look at lost worlds and all these things going back to, all the times that maybe we've had, intelligent life on this planet that got wiped out or found a way off, as we desperately look for a way off. But Mars isn't good enough, because that's not far enough away. We need warp drives, because even finding the speed of light, I don't think a lot of people realize this, that doesn't help us. The speed of light is not really important. It's about, really warping, bending space-time to where you can get a portal where you go in directly. Because it's not about propulsion systems over time period. Because if we could go the speed of light, we still wouldn't be able to go anywhere, because the universe is expanding at 4 times the speed of light. So it's a losing proposition. But the dynamic here is bigger picture stuff. And the point of all this is not all the science mumbo jumbo. The point of all this is, don't rule anything out. And I've said this now since my speeches beginning 2018, the landmark speech, Age of Aquarius, which is on YouTube, from the World Outlook Conference in 2020, February 2020. And it was really, I look back at that speech, and the amount of knowledge I have now compared to then is overwhelming compared to what I knew even back then. And I've been studying this stuff since I studied Mayan calendar under Anthony Avini, one of the great Mayan scientists back in the 1970s at Colgate University. This does have to do with the bigger picture. It is about the age of Aquarius. It's not the hippy-dippy, drop out, tune in, turn on type of dynamic. And Timothy Leary and the whole Haight-Ashbury hippie scene, the love bus and the whole 9 yards. No, this is bigger picture stuff. It's frequencies. It's the resonance of the planet. It's Unamuamua, which came in a direction that was totally not, we didn't see it. And then we didn't actually discover it till it was already past us. And it had followed our elliptical for a while, too, for several weeks before it took off in the other direction, never to be seen again. From the Pleiades, our closest pass to the Pleiades. I've been talking Pleiades for decades, right? All of a sudden, this thing shows up like holy mackerel. And you got guys like, it was a Harvey, what's his name? The guy from Harvard University, the professor, the astrophysicist, is really good. Avi Loeb. He's fantastic. So kind of the same page stuff. Bottom line is, don't rule anything out, because this is going to be serious to the degree of food and agricultural. And keeping pace, the best way to do it is with food and agricultural products. It's a plug for my business, because this is what we do. And we are best served, as someone like me or a CTA out there, or doing it yourself, which is difficult, to own some of these commodities to give you the best case scenario for keeping pace with the inflation, wherever it may be, along with holding physical gold and silver, holding, some kind of paper wealth, but not too much. You do need liquidity at the same time.